So another option for cropping that I just kind of discovered on my own when I was playing around um, was that, let's see, let me go back to the beginning. If you're on your crop tool and then you go up to the options bar, the tool options bar, there's this choice, it says unconstrained. Well, you can choose to constrain it to some of these different settings that already exist. And like, for example, since it's supposed to be a postcard and postcard sizes are 4 by 6 or 5 by 7, they have these like basic sizes in here. You can just pick one of those. So for example, if I want to do a 5 by 7 postcard, I just click right there and it shifts it down. Let's see, if I want to do a 4 by 6, okay, then it adjusts it to the right proportions for a 4 by 6. Now when I crop it, I know that it'll fit perfectly on a 4 by 7 or no, 4 by 6 postcard. So I still hold shift though, shift and then drag to adjust it around the eagle's face. I still want to pay attention to the rule of thirds. There we go. I think make it bigger. Always hold shift when you're adjusting. All right, that's probably good. I like how I get the eagle in one section of the third, dividing like one section of thirds, and then this branch comes into play for another section. All right, hit enter when you're done. And so now I have pretty much the same crop, except that slightly different proportions, like it'll fit a postcard exactly. So I like that. I think that's a new feature for CS6. I have to go back and check and see if my CS5 has it. Next we're going to make a border. So I want to make sure that it's on a different layer. And we were talking about layers in class last time. And basically it's like an image that lays on top of another image and you can move them individually. I was thinking, how can I better explain it? But I guess the best way is to just show you. I'm going to make sure to zoom in on my picture. Now that it's been cropped, it's a little small. So remember how I was saying, if you want to zoom in, you can either grab your zoom tool, this little magnifying glass, and click, or you can do the shortcut, which is Control plus, Control minus, Control plus, plus, minus, minus. I use that all the time. Or you can just hit Control 0 if you want it to fit to screen perfectly. I use that a lot. So I want to show you the layers palette. It's this guy over here. I'm just going to drag it out and can put it back. I think, can I put it back? Yes, I can put it back. So this is the layers panel or palette, whichever one you prefer. And right now, as you can see, there's only one layer, layer 0. But if I go ahead and click on this little icon down here at the bottom, and if I hover over it, it says create a new layer. But I think that might be out of the screenshot. Anyway, if I click on create a new layer, then a new layer appears. And I'm going to put the border on this layer so that I can either, I can separate it. I can throw it away if I don't like it. I can move it around. I can manipulate it completely separately from the eagle image, which is what I want to do. Okay, so in order to make a layer that surrounds the entire image, first I need to make a selection. And a selection is basically, here, let me do one. I'll make a selection with one of the tools. All these different tools can make selections. And it basically designates a portion of the image. If you don't want the whole image, or you can select the whole image, it designates the area that will be affected by whatever change you implement. Whatever adjustment you make will just stay within the marching ants. They're like these little flashing lights marching around. And it's called a marquee, to be exact. And so what I want to do